Anyway, I will get you to like introduce yourself and sort of like the show that you're on, like by popular demand, and yeah, just let the audience know like who you are and like what the show's about and like how you get there. How did you get there?
Yeah, of course. Well, my name's Mia Pisano, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I studied popular music at Monash, and I was pretty lucky. I was the second cohort to go through this kind of amazing TV show, so I guess the budget was a bit bigger for us, and they had a bit more experience on what we're working with. But basically, we turn our class essentially, which is performance prac, where we have to perform every week. We've kind of turned that into a TV show, just filled with original music. It's kind of an homage to, like live music TV that doesn't really exist anymore, especially not in Australia.
Yeah. I saw that you guys this season you guys had like a live audience. Were you? I saw your performance as well. I wasn't sure if yours was in front of a live audience or was it behind the studio.
Yeah, no, I opted for the studio session.
Right. Yeah.
I think just because like the facilities here are incredible, as we've just been talking about, just in this room. It's not even like it's which is just this is Radio Monash. This isn't the School of Music, but the studio is insane, and I just would not pass up an opportunity to do it, like a recording in there for free.
Yeah.
Well, not technically for free. It's on Hex, but
fair enough. It's still semi-free.
Yeah.
And the song Mud on My Skirt, was it? Do you want to tell us a bit? I know you said it was about the dating scene in Melbourne and stuff like that on the show, but do you want to like sort of like explore more in depth on like what the song means to you and how you got there?
I do not remember what I said, so I feel like I'm gonna get a fright when I was seeing that interview on TV tonight.
Yeah.
I guess this was a song. Normally, I think I'm a bit more methodical and logical, but this is a song that I kind of just let flow out more organically. It was a bit like kind of, an object writing task. I just started saying words that didn't really make sense, and then I made it make sense, and then I think I saw it was going in that direction of me just being frustrated by men who don't know what they want. So
fair enough. Yeah. So on that note, like do you usually like do like lyrics first then? Like if like you said you were methodical and stuff like that, do you usually go with like the music first or do you go with the melodies first? Like what comes first to you when you're writing music?
Generally lyrics, and I always have kind of a melody in my head and then I add harmony to that. But with this song, I actually just thinking back onto how I got it started, I've just remembered that it was when I was first really getting into Madison Cunningham, who's an artist I love, who a lot of her songs are really guitar riff based. It's just like a riff that repeats over and over again, and then she sings over it. And my singing teacher at uni kind of challenged me to start off with a riff and sing over the top of that. So I think with this song, I started off with the and then I sang over the top of that, which was a different process for me.
Yeah.
But it was a different kind of song. I think it was definitely a bit more abstract than my other songs.
Yeah. I think that's because I heard your new song that came out last month. Sunshine Coast. Yeah. That one was more like I feel like I could like the lyrics sort of were more not cohesive. I feel like that's not the right word, but like sort of painted like a clearer image than Mud on My Skirt.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think that one, because that was one that I really labored over and like meticulously made all the words fit and tried to make it really concise.
Right, yeah.
So like that's what I wanted, so that's a compliment. But yeah, Mud on My Skirt is definitely a bit more open for your interpretation.
Right,
but I like that. I want people to kind of hear what they want to hear,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. And like let's talk about like your new song, like Sunshine Coast.
Sure.
Like how was that like releasing was it your first single? Like how
it's my first like studio single, like track that I've tracked in the studio at Monash as well, actually, which was great getting to use those amazing facilities. It was that was weird, but it was tracked mostly live, like so the band was recorded live, all in the same room that I did Mud on My Skirt in.
Yeah.
Band was all there, and then I just did the vocals separately. So
that's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a similar vibe, that live vibe.
Yeah. I know you've graduated now, so like how like outside I don't know how like your music process is and stuff like that, but like now that you've graduated, like do you find it more difficult to you know, because you're not in the, I guess in what is my words, in this sphere, like in like in a space where like everybody is like sort of like working towards like making music and stuff like that. Do you find it like harder, or like how's graduated life, question mark?
I'm writing so much more. I think because now I mean, obviously I still, you know, practice, and I'm always still working, trying to get better, but that's kind of all uni is.
Yeah.
Just like really trying to improve all of your little, you know, the elements that goes into making an artist. And I think now that I've kind of taken a bit of a break from that, I can just use everything I've learned over the past 3 years, and I've just been writing lots and lots of songs.
Yeah. Anything new coming up next, or?
Well, I mean, I'm still gigging a lot.
Yeah.
And I've got plans to record like a 4-track EP by the end of the year, but those songs aren't super new. They're old ones that I've just got to put out there.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I was wondering, because I think we talked about it on the way here, but like the popular music course, sort of like there's a lot of different people, like different genres. I just want to know like how, like, because it's still like the same classes, like people who play different types of music still take like around the same classes. So I was wondering like how did you like find that like you learned more in terms of like honing in this specific like country music Nashville vibe? Was it like sort of vibe you're going for, or like did you get like new elements to play with, and like how do you like find, you know, that's so many questions in one.
I definitely did. I think, I mean, I'm constantly inspired by like all of my friends. I think we're all inspired by each other, and you know, I genuinely love all their music, even though a lot of it is like vastly different to mine. So it definitely like broadened my horizons a lot. And definitely I've written like some songs I wouldn't have expected to write if I didn't meet some people in this course. Like Liv Merrington is one of the performers who's going to be in episode 1 with me, I think. And I remember she sang, we did this on International Women's Day in first year. A couple people were asked to write a song for the event that Monash was putting on. And Liv Merrington, I did one with Tia McAllen, who's also in the TV show. And Liv did one with Araminta, who was in season 1 of By Popular Demand. And I remember that song, like just the rhythmic quality inspired me so much, because they're both like, Liv's quite an electronic soul artist, Araminta's quite like R&B flamenco inspired. Anyway, they inspired me so much to write a song that was a bit more like that, which I normally never would have done, and now it's like a fan favorite. Song.
I think I've just got like burning questions about like, because on the way here we talked about your family, and that was really interesting to me that like you guys all like separated into like different branches of music. Do you want to talk about like what music you kind of grew up with, and like what type of musicians your family is and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, my mum and my dad, but especially my mum, I think they love a bit, like my mum is very inspired by all the big pop divas. You know, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, all of that, and a lot of it Italian music as well, kind of like Italian ballads. And then my dad is very into like kind of funk music. He loves Earth, Wind and Fire. He loves a bit of like jazzier stuff, like George Benson, Al Jarreau. And then I don't know, I guess my sister is kind of more that way inclined, but it's a bit more kind of modern, like R&B and jazz and funk. But I literally was I was a Foxtel kid, and one day I put the country music channel on and I watched this documentary on Carrie Underwood, and I was just like immediately obsessed with her, and I think that's where it kind of started. Not necessarily liking country music, but just loving like storytelling music. Up until then, I just listened to a whole bunch of random stuff, just whatever my parents gave me. A lot of Celine Dion.
I think I've technically only heard 2 of your tracks so far, and I feel like a lot of it is really like what you said, like storytelling, and sort of there's a lot of vulnerability I feel that goes into it, because it's all really kind of honest, kind of like an honest twinge to it. Do you find it difficult to sort of like express? I mean, obviously you don't, because you're a musician, but like, do you want to talk to us about that sort of things?
It's definitely way easier to do in a song. I mean, then it becomes like, then when you're singing a new song, the scariest, like most vulnerable part is just like performing a new piece of art to people. Like, I feel like I'm more insecure about that than the actual stories.
Yeah.
By the time the song's done. Yeah, I was thinking about this last night actually. Like, I think not all songwriters, but some songwriters, people that make music like me, that's very personal and intense. It's just like a burning like itch, like you have to get it out when you feel a certain way. So I don't know, what else I would do with that vulnerability and those strong feelings.
Okay, that's interesting because I feel like this is not going in, but like I feel like I don't really do like I don't know how to express myself other than like talking. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't write it down, like I can't like do anything else with it, but just like talk about it with like specific people. So I think it's really cool that like the outlet you have to sort of, it goes somewhere. Like,
well, I don't think it's innate. I think it's not like human instinct to be like, I want to write, even if you're musical, I feel this way, I need to write a song. It's just once you start doing it, like now that is my go-to outlet. And I was thinking about it last night, like what did I do before I wrote songs? Like I was a pretty emotional kid. And I was like, what did I do? Like, where was my outlet? And I can't imagine another way.
Yeah. At what age did you like start writing and stuff like that, if you do remember?
I mean, definitely started like composing lyrics and stuff probably around age like 15 or 16.
Right.
They weren't very good, but the songs, but yeah.
Do you reckon like you would like bring back some of the stuff you wrote when you were 15, 16 and sort of like play with them?
Absolutely never.
Never?
Never. No way.
Okay, yeah, cool. I think we'll end it here. I think it's a nice space to kind of end it on. Yeah, thank you very much.